Okay, Elise Person just got out of the courtroom in day one of the attempted murder trial for Harrisburg judge Sonya McKnight. Elise, what are the highlights? What should we know from day one?
Yeah, I mean, this was a jam-packed day. I got out of court about 5 minutes ago. We heard from 17 witnesses today that took the stand, and they ranged from people who were right on the scene, those officers from the Susquehanna Police Department. We heard from some of the EMT crews on the scene. We heard from forensic experts. We also heard from those who had prior interactions with Sonya McKnight, some even saying that they received calls from Michael McCoy's phone when it was actually potentially a female on the other line. The district attorney, Sean McCormack with Cumberland County, was trying to make the argument that was Sonya McKnight. But today what we heard first is we heard the opening statement. So I want to run you through what we heard from both the defense as well as the Commonwealth. So the Commonwealth, they kicked off their opening statements with, quote, "Oh, so you're serious." Gave a little bit of background as to McKnight and McCoy's relationship, how it was coming to an end, and she didn't really know if this was, they said that this felt different. Whereas on the defense, they started there saying, quote, "I want to be very clear, Sonya McKnight did not shoot Michael McCoy." So we're here outside the courthouse. We're waiting for McKnight to come out. Actually, this is her coming through security right now, so we're going to be able to see her live coming out of the courthouse. But I want to continue talking a little bit about what happened today. She was pretty quiet, coming in. This is her coming through the doors right now. That is Sonya McKnight with her, white hair. She's wearing a trench jacket holding that tea. That's her coming out. We're rolling on this, right? So this is her coming out day one of her trial. She is facing attempted homicide charges as well as aggravated assault. So that's her walking to her car now. Other reporters continuing to follow her, ask her questions. But yeah, so, I'll open up to you for any questions about what else happened. Yeah. Pretty eventful as we got to see her coming out of the courthouse live here. Yeah,
so the big moment that this case might come down to is the shooting itself. Did they get into trying to describe what happened at that moment from the description that each side is trying to portray? Go ahead.
So what I think was really interesting, that what they broke down today was gunshot residue. Who had it on them, who didn't have it on them. So what we did here is from a forensic expert that broke down what happened. So what I think is really interesting is that what the evidence shows is that Michael McCoy had a positive test for gunshot residue on his hands, whereas Sonya McKnight had both a positive and an inconclusive result. But what's really interesting, what we haven't heard before, is Sonya McKnight actually, an officer testified, is that while they were in the house, she used the restroom and actually washed her hands before they were able to get any of that gun residue off of her. And then when they went back to the police station, another detective testified that while Sonya was currently still wearing what she was wearing at the scene, they asked her to change so that they could take that in for testing. And during that, her camisole fell into the toilet while she was getting changed. So that was then sent out for testing. But just really interesting that the shorts she was wearing tested positive for gunshot residue, whereas the top that fell in the toilet, that was inconclusive.
Okay. Hey, it's just the start of this. We're glad that you're going to be covering it for us all week long. Elise Person at the big trial of the week for Sonya McKnight, the judge on trial for attempted homicide. We will keep an eye on this for you and give you updates on air and online all week long.